So my name is Jeff Armstrong, and I'm from Rockland, California. And I actually met John McDougall years ago when I was just a kid, 12 years old. And he was on his way off to college because his mom and my mom were in the waves together during World War II. And wasn't too much associated with him after that until his first book came out. And my parents, his mom sent a copy to my mom. And she said, "Oh, you have to try this book out. This is a really neat thing." So we tried it. We read it, tried recipes, and did it for a little while. And then it kind of got put on the shelf and put off to the side. And we went on about living our very busy kind of middle class lives, and gained a bunch of weight. Started to have some medical issues, and I had a atrial fibrillation. And it got really bad. And so went to the doctor, and by that time, I was actually over 300 pounds. I weighed over 300 pounds. And he did the stress test. We did all the tests and everything. And he told me that my heart was not pumping enough blood for my size. And I said, "Well, what do I do about that?" And he says, "Well, that's going to become a problem as you get older." I was 46 years old when this was 14 years ago. And so he said, "Well, okay, here's my assessment after I took all the tests." He said, "I'm going to put you on this medication, and I'm going to put you on this medication, and then I'm going to put you on this other medication to offset the effects of this medication, and another one to offset the..." And by that point I said, "Nope, I'm not doing any of that." And I went back. It was actually my birthday. The next day was my birthday, and I went back and I got John's books, and I reread them. And that day, my birthday, I started the McDougall program in earnest, and that was 14 years ago. And I lost 75 pounds within about 5 months. I had sleep apnea that pretty much cleared up. My atrial fibrillation didn't go away completely, but the episodes were a lot less intense. I felt much better, slept better. I had the beginnings of arthritis in my fingers and joints, and that completely went away. Even though the doctor was telling me that I needed to be on this medication and that medication, I knew what to do. And I had known what to do for a while. I had read John's books, and I had actually done it for a while, and I knew the effects of it. But it's almost like, it's a weird thing, it's almost like I wasn't sick enough to really do it. And at age 46, at almost 310 pounds, and sleep apnea and lactose intolerance and atrial fibrillation, I was sick enough to kind of hit the bottom of the barrel. And I said, that's it for me. And it was really hard. There's a hill next to my house where it's called Thunder Hill. And it's not like straight up, but it's pretty good incline. And I remember about a month after I started the diet, I was probably not even below 300 pounds yet. I started up that hill, and halfway up the hill, I thought I was going to die. And I walk that hill every day now, and it may as well be, it's the same walking flat as it is walking up that hill. So, that's a tribute to John, tribute to the diet. John has always said, if you want to lose weight, keep your diet super simple, and just keep eating the same foods over and over, so you aren't just like, oh, every meal I have to have something that's a big celebration. And so I've been fortunate that way. I eat a lot of the same foods a lot of the time, and the nice thing about it is when I eat the food, I feel good afterwards. And I remember eating I used to end cut prime rib used to be one of my favorite things. I think now it would make me nauseous if I even smelled it cooking, but it used to be one of my favorite things. But I would sit back at the end of the meal and go, oh man, if I move, am I going to have a heart attack? I would literally think that, because it just makes you feel all just kind of bunched up. And, I eat a lot when I eat, and I don't feel like I can't go out and just, walk. I mean, I eat and then take a walk, go do things, and feel perfectly comfortable. So it's almost like the diet has sold itself, as far as I'm concerned. Every year on my birthday, I email John and say, thank you very much. You saved me from a life of, pain and misery. And, he emails back, that's why I love my job. It's a great connection.